Joining us now is Jeff Wise, a journalist specializing in aviation. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Like to get your initial reaction to you. I'm sure you saw the press conference they gave and them speaking about a clear night, standard flight patterns for both aircraft. What's your takeaway?
Well, I think when they say that these were standard patterns, it's important to understand that they were really talking about apples and oranges with regards to the jet and the helicopter. The jet was coming in on a very tightly defined landing path, both vertically and horizontally. It was coming in almost like threading a needle. Okay, and this is a path that plane after plane is going to follow as it comes into land on that runway. The Black Hawk helicopter, meanwhile, was flying under visual flight rules, under its own guidance, and going down the Potomac River in a way that basically was dependent on the pilot to see and avoid any trouble. So they were both maybe on a standard pattern, but it was the Black Hawk that was probably had more latitude to get in the wrong place.
Yeah, so in a situation like that, is there a rule of thumb as to who has the right of way?
Well, the jet was landing on a very specific, it's almost like driving down a highway lane, right? You don't have any, you're not really making any kind of decision for yourself. You're just following the path. The Black Hawk helicopter was the one that had gotten in its way. So definitely the Black Hawk should not have been where it was.
So is your instinct, I mean, there's a lot we don't know, obviously, and the NTSB will be investigating. They say it's a training exercise. Does that mean inexperienced pilots? Should air traffic control have seen these two? What is your thought?
Well, first of all, the fact that it was a training exercise does not mean that the pilots were inexperienced. You need to have training at every stage of your career. So you could have thousands of hours of experience and still be doing training. As for communications between the Black Hawk and air traffic control, there actually has been ATC audio released in which the tower controller is telling the Black Hawk to look out for this plane and to avoid it. Obviously, that did not work.
And can military aircraft communicate directly with commercial aircraft?
No, if you're flying your military aircraft or any aircraft, you're not going to be talking directly to another aircraft. You're going to be talking to the tower, and the tower is going to be talking to every other aircraft in the space. So you've got that one person who is sort of the central hub, who is looking at they're looking out the window, they're looking at the radar screen, and they are understanding where everyone is, and it's their job to make sure that these aircraft are not in the same place at the same time.
And that area, for people who aren't familiar, a lot of lights, you're at a low altitude. Is it possible when air traffic control is talking to the helicopter saying, do you see that plane? Do you see that plane? He thinks he's seeing that plane and he's seeing a different plane. Is that what we might be talking about here?
That's a great point. You know, when you're flying at night, you're seeing out the window the strobe lights and the navigational lights of the other aircraft that are in the airspace with you. And you can't tell just by looking which aircraft is which. And so it is easy to get disoriented. We don't know if that's what was at play here, but that is a distinct possibility for sure.
But Jeff, the air traffic controller can see it on their radar. Is it odd that it actually ever, got this close?
I mean, odd and disturbing. Unfortunately, not unprecedented. There have been a number of incidents in recent years where there have been near misses at U.S. airports. Particularly, Reagan is known for this kind of incident because it is a small airport with lots of traffic. And people have been sounding the alarm for years now that this is a potential danger. And unfortunately, I think we're now paying the price.
All right, Jeff Wise, we appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Jeff.
On to other